Hey there, my name is Chris Acton with Acton Creative, and this is A Handwoven Experience, episode 28. In this episode, I'm going to introduce you to the world of weaving and recycling, because you may not think of them as going together, but they are best friends. Peas and carrots, peanut butter and jelly, or peanut butter and chocolate, even better. Part of the reason they work so well together is the way weaving is set up. Let me show you what I mean. In weaving, you have two different sets of yarns. You have the warp yarns that are in the loom under tension, and you have the weft yarns that are in the shuttle. The warp yarns, well, they're pretty serious. You need to be sturdy, and they're going to be under tension, so you don't want them to break. They have some restrictions to go with the warp yarns. But the weft yarns, they're kind of the party animal of the group. It could be anything. So while you could use just some yarn in your shuttle, you can also incorporate all kinds of other things. And that's where recycling comes into play. In this day and age, because recycling is so important, I love the fact that people are really thinking about how they can repurpose, reuse items that they may just not want anymore or need. So here are a couple things that you can easily recycle into a handwoven project. First of all, any kind of clothing, really. This is a nice little blouse. I like things with a lot of color, so this would be very appealing. Now, I'm still wearing this, so I'm not cutting it up yet, but t-shirts, any kind of t-shirt is great. What I found is that if a t-shirt has a little pattern to it, a stripe, something on it, that makes for a little more interesting fabric. Sometimes if they're just solid, they really start to look like a rag rug, which isn't bad, but I like having the challenge of a few more things going on in the fabric. What about a silk scarf? Look at this fun thing. One of the few requirements is that you have to be able to safely cut it into strips to work it into the fabric. So you can't really use anything that's really loosely knit, or I typically avoid things that are really stretchy too, but that's a very short list of things you can't use. Pretty much anything else is fair game. So, silk scarf, this looks like a teacher scarf. Probably got it from mom. Or my favorite is neckties. Neckties always have interesting colors and patterns, and I love just all the possibilities that go with them. Let me show you a couple samples of what that could look like. This was all neckties. Very serious, right? It's all navy blues and gold. Seems very kind of corporate. But that's what I used for this entire project, was all different neckties. Or how about this one? This was very fun. This was a special project I did for a lady retiring from Indiana soybean. And they had silk scarves for me to use. So these are all soybean scarves, which is awesome. It was so much fun, and I love the effect that you get using recycled materials. So there you have it. The special relationship between weaving and recycling. There's nothing quite like it. I'm telling you, peanut butter and chocolate. That's how well they go together. So if you're a weaver, I would challenge you. Think about ways you can incorporate some recycled materials into your project. And if you're not, still think about things that you can be recycling, and if you've got a weaver around, maybe they'll do something really cool with it. So I hope that gave you a little something to chew on for today. Have a great week, my friends, and happy weaving.